everyone, my name is Priyanka and welcome to my vlog today. I'm going to teach you how you can be happy no matter what. It doesn't matter what is happening on the outside world, what matters is what's happening within you. Now, if you're going through lots of sadness, depression, anxiety, stress, and you're feeling as if you're a zombie, you wake up feeling a zombie and you go to sleep feeling a zombie, no matter what happens on the outside world, you are not happy. It's very important for you to realize that outside circumstances play no role in how you're feeling. Actually, they don't. It doesn't matter what you're going through. What matters is how you're going to react to those situations. What matters is whether you want to live a life from a point of well being or whether you want to go on feeling unhappy and you want to blame everybody around in the world for your unhappiness. Coming on to the first step, don't look for others to make you happy. If you're somebody who wants to really rely on people, that if I get a husband, or if I get a wife, if I have children, or if some person comes and sets up some business for me or makes a good career choice for me, then I'll be happy. And you'll continue being very, very miserable for the rest of your life, because no individual can make you happy. Maybe for a given period of time, for a short time, your husband or your wife or your children will make you happy, and then you'll feel this dread seeping into you. You'll feel as if you have everything and yet you're very, very miserable. So if you are one of those who's already going through this cycle, this vicious cycle that you've set up for yourself, then yes, you're doomed, aren't you? Because you have everything and yet you are so unhappy. Now, if you don't have anything, then that's a different game altogether. Then don't wait for somebody to come into your life to make it really good. Why do you want a man or a woman or a child to come into your life? Yes, they will come, they will give their own sort of happiness. But if you are a miserable person from within, that shine will go away after a while. That person is going to lose that charm. Your children will irritate you, your husband and wife will irritate you. That job or that career that you wanted that would make you happy is going to make you feel miserable. So, in a way, you'll end up being miserable because that is what you're teaching yourself to be. You are placing yourself in a very wrong situation where you are expecting somebody to make your life living worthwhile. No one is going to make your life living worthwhile. You have to do it for yourself. Don't rely on others, rely only on yourself, because you are going to lead this life, nobody else. Nobody can come into your body and have those experiences where you feel sad, happiness, anxiety, depression, sadness, whatever you're feeling, whatever you're experiencing on your own. No one is going to have those same experiences, right? So if you're feeling miserable right now, you have to stop this whole idea where you have to have somebody in your life to make you happy. Yes, if you're a happy person, you will attract all kinds of great people in your life. But if you're a sad person, you will attract a lot of sad people. So if you want to lead a good life, first of all, remove that sort of idea where you think that, if you have somebody in your life, then only will you be happy. No, you'll never be happy, because you are placing your happiness in the hands of people who are already going through so much of emotional baggages of their own. How do you think they're going to carry your weight? No one's going to carry your weight. You have to carry your weight. Second step is that you must avoid getting a lot of feedback from people around you. Now, if you are in a habit of just talking about your life, about this unhappiness feeling within you to everybody around you, and you're getting a lot of feedback, then what's happening is that you're getting a feedback that's coming from people who are unhappy themselves, and they'll give you a lot of feedback that doesn't work out for you. Has it worked out for you till now? It hasn't. I'm telling you, if you sit there and you keep on cribbing with lots of people around you, you will always end up feeling miserable. So stop doing that. Stop doing that to yourself. Don't throw a misery party. That's what you're doing. You sit and then you sob and then you cry and then you talk about your life, and you exaggerate a lot when you're talking about your life. Is that your thoughts matter, okay? Your words matter. You don't realize that you are attracting all kinds of wrong energy into your life because you don't know when to stop. So stop doing that. Stop practicing this thing where you go and talk about your life with everybody around you, and you, in fact, end up talking in a way in which you are disrespecting yourself. Aren't you doing that? You are placing everybody above you and you're telling everybody, oh, my life is miserable. I'm miserable. I'm not a great person. I'm not this. I'm not that. And then people come back and treat you the same way. And then you go crying even further and then tell people, oh, this person mistreated me. No, you've put yourself for that mistreatment. You and you alone. Because you are going and talking rubbish about yourself when you should be talking only great things. This is very, very clear that we are not going to talk about ourselves to everybody. Once in a while, it's okay if you're going through really tough times. Yes, you can go and talk, but you're doing it every day. You're having this conversation every day. You are a misery soap opera, walking and talking about everything that's not working out for you. Now, if you want to really improve your life, if you want to find that joy and happiness, you have to first stop doing that to yourself. You're not a soap opera. Your life is not a soap opera. You intended to be, then yes, of course, it's going to be like that. You are going to have lots of drama, lots of misery coming your way, but intend your life to be full of joy and happiness, and you have to teach yourself that. It's a habit that you have to teach yourself. No one's going to teach you. You have to do it for yourself. And the first thing you're going to do is stop talking rubbish about your life. Because there's this rubbish story that you have written and now you're directing it, you're taking part in it, and now you want to just keep on going with that rubbish story. It's not going to win you any awards. The only thing that is going to bring into your life is a lot of misery. So do not attract that kind of energy. Move away from that energy. Stop doing it from right now. Like right now. You stop texting people, you stop calling people, and stop having a pity party for yourself. Don't throw that party because no one is interested. People just have one agenda, and that is they want to listen to you and then they want to give you a feedback that is very, very negative. So we are not going to get that kind of feedback because that feedback is full of negativity, toxicity, manipulation. That kind of feedback is going to ruin your life. It's going to bring in a lot of misery because people have not developed that kind of consciousness around you that can help you and guide you and bring you into a place where you are living your life from a place of well-being. That's not happened so far. You are not surrounding yourself with people who are conscious. You are living amongst a pool of unconscious people, and then you want to complain that your life is like this. Now, the third step is that it doesn't matter what kind of behavior people have towards you. So, if people are disrespecting you, people are playing games with you, people are manipulating you, if people are very, very toxic, then that doesn't befall on you. You have to create a barrier whenever you come across people who are very, very toxic for you. First, you remove them from your life if you can, and if you cannot remove such people from your life and you know that you're going to keep on living your life with such people, so what you have to do is you have to place yourself in a bubble. That's what I call it. You imagine you're in a bubble and you imagine whatever they're saying and whatever actions they're doing is coming and hitting that bubble, and you are now safe and secure in that bubble. So it doesn't represent who you are, it doesn't represent what you are, it only represents those toxic people and their way of living. So if you want to actually lead a good life, lead a life of happiness and well being, then you have to stop and create this bubble, create this sort of distance between the kind of reaction that you give to people in your mind first, let alone what kind of reaction you give later on through verbally or physically. You fight with them, you argue with them. That's a different story. Now, if you have a little bit of sympathy for yourself, do one thing: don't waste that sympathy, because that's what you do. If someone is talking bad with you, someone is rude to you, someone is manipulative towards you, you create this whole aura of sympathy in your mind. You become a victim. You have to stop doing that. You stop being a victim in your mind. People are toxic, people are very, very mean, and they will keep on doing that. All you have to do is create a barrier in your mind. Don't listen to the kind of version of you that they're creating, because they are going to create a version of you that is not true, and yet you're going to rely on the version that they have created, and then you're going to accept that as your reality, and then you're going to lead your life from that place of reality. So you have to be very, very secure in your mind. And how do we become secure? We become secure by understanding who we are, by realizing that we are not this kind of person that they're portraying us to be. So we create a distance, we create a gap between how we are reacting to them. That's all. Right now, You're going through lots and lots of difficult people. So either you remove them from your life or you create a distance in your mind. You can create that distance. If someone is coming and saying some sort of thing about you that's not true, you don't have to stand up and argue with them, because that's just going to make you feel more miserable. And that's going to give them a lot of attitude. They're going to say, oh, I said this to her and now she's reacting, or I said this to him or he's reacting. Now, this is where you have to stop. You have to teach yourself a place of stability. Now you come into this place of stability and you realize that there's no point in arguing with a fool, because that's what they are. They're fools. They're trying to put across their point of view, and they feel that their point of view is absolutely genuine, but they're not genuine people. Their point of view is not genuine. Anything they say about you, anything they do is not genuine, and you have to become very, very alert. Stop taking that kind of judgment or version of you into your heart and into your mind, and stop playing it around in your mind all the time. You do that. You sit and then you weave these stories or these versions of you that they have created, and then you become unhappy. Be you. And how do we become us? We become us by finding some sort of stillness within us, because this mind can become very, very chaotic if it is not taught the right tricks. So you have to teach yourself some sort of stillness. Otherwise, you will just keep on pushing yourself into this doomed place where you will feel as if the entire world is strategizing against you and you have no way out, and you'll keep on just feeling miserable. So, if you want to feel joyous and happy, don't listen to what is happening around you. Don't. I think the best way to be happy is not to give your time, because that's the most powerful thing you have with you. That time in your mind where someone is sitting and talking nonsense about you, and then you go and sit and listen to that nonsense again and again in your mind. You carry popcorns and sadness and tears, and then you sit in your mind and listen to all the stories that they're spewing about you in your mind again and again and again. Then you end up feeling miserable. So if you're doing that, stop doing that. Do not watch that movie, because that's not a movie that's true about you. That's just something that they created in their mind, and then they came and, you know, spoke to you about the kind of version of you that they wanted to create, and now you are agreeing to that version. You are, because you're scared, because you don't know yourself, so you attach yourself to that version that somebody else has created. So stop doing that. Coming on to the fourth and the final step, all you have to do is first live your life for yourself. Don't live your life for others. Now, if you're married or if you have children, so yes, you have certain roles to play. Yes, you have a lot of responsibilities. But if you are forgetting yourself in that role or in those responsibilities and not living your life to the fullest, then you are simply living in a prison. Isn't it true? It's true for so many men and women out there. They have this whole idea where they go and tell people, oh, I have lots of responsibilities, that's why I don't live my life. No, you're an escape artist. That's what you are. You don't want to exercise, you don't want to eat well, you don't want to sleep on time, you don't want to take care of your mental health and your physical health, you don't give yourself time for stillness, and then you blame everybody around you. That's what you are. You don't want to make yourself a priority and then you put blame on others. No, you can make yourself a priority. You can wake up 1 hour early every day. Give yourself that time where it's very, very peaceful in the morning. Sit for 30 minutes of meditation, or give yourself 30 minutes of walking, or, playing some sort of sport in the morning, or doing yoga. No, you don't want to do that, because you, my friend, are an escape artist, and you want to escape all of these responsibilities that you have towards yourself, and then you want to go and blame everybody around you. You blame your husband, your wife, your children, or your parents and your in-laws and everybody around you for making you suffer in this life. No one is making you suffer. You are the number one reason for all the suffering that is going on in your life, nobody else. If you do not know how to love yourself, if you do not know how to take care of yourself, no one is going to do that for you. And your happiness comes from three factors: mental, emotional, and physical. Now, if you're not taking care of any of these departments, you are going to find yourself feeling miserable. So you have to pay attention to all three. Let me tell you, if you're not taking care of your eating habits, if you're eating lots of junk food, you will be unhappy because your gut is unhappy. And when your gut is unhappy, you become unhappy For sure. So take care of your gut, eat well, sleep on time, meditate a little bit, go out for exercises, have good friendships, talk to people around you. Even better, come into stillness, become alone, take some time out and sit in stillness, remove that chaos from your mind. I tell you, it's not that difficult. People make it such a difficult task to, eat healthy food, eat home cooked meals. They say that, oh, I cannot cook, or I love eating outside, or I love spending a lot of time watching TV, so I don't go to bed on time. Lots of things you do to yourself to make yourself miserable. So that is on you. You're making yourself miserable, nobody else. If you want to be happy, you have to take care of all the three aspects of your life. So please note down what kinds of emotions you're feeling towards people, because that's going to be a gateway to the kind of feelings you're feeling all the time. And those feelings are going to be based out of the emotions that you have created in response to what people are saying to you. So be aware of your emotions, then become aware of your physical state, because you know that you have not paid attention to your body, you have not paid attention to your body, you don't exercise, you don't eat well, you don't sleep on time, and all of these things do pile up and they do give you a lot of misery. So if you want to actually lead a good life, you have to pay attention to these two things. But last thing is that we don't pay attention to our mental state. We do not understand that everything that's being thought here is creating a reality. So you have to pay attention to the kind of thoughts that you're thinking, because everything in this life matters, because we don't understand that our thoughts create a reality. So whatever circumstances that you are facing right now are because of the fact that you have been thinking some rubbish thoughts. A lesson that we need to teach ourselves, and that is stop. There is no need to collect that garbage. You are not a garbage collector. You're supposed to enjoy this beautiful life. You're supposed to enjoy this life to the fullest. And if you don't want to enjoy your life, if you want to keep on feeling miserable, then you keep doing that. No one's going to stop you. But if you want to enjoy your life, if you really want to live a life from a place of well being and joy, then you have to really apply these four principles in your life, wherein you will see some difference taking place in your life. You will find yourself feeling less and less worried. You will feel as if a whole weight of things and responsibilities have been taken away from you, and you feel light and you feel very, very stable. And of course, I always say this whenever I'm leaving you at the end of a video, and that is meditate. I think it's a great tool to quieten your mind and to bring in that stable mind so that it doesn't move around collecting that garbage, because your mind is habituated to doing that. I wish everyone to lead a life from a place of well being and joy. And I hope you love my vlog. If you love my vlog, do like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. And thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.